Taking it to the other side. Only go as far as you can control it. And use the abs, draw everything in and back to the center. Take it over as you breathe in. Looking good, guys. Squeezing those knees together, so we're working the inside thighs as well. And center. And last one. So we're just warming up through our spine. Over. And breath out, draw it back to the center. So palms facing towards each other like you're driving a car. Wide through the collarbone. Breath in. And as you breathe out, roll your pelvis away from your thighs and hollow out through your abdominals. Eye focus is still straight ahead. Stay wide through the chest. Good. Breathe in. So we're flexing through our lumbar spine and come back up. And again, breathe out. Scoop it back. Good. Breath in. And breathe out. Come back up.
Did you notice there as well, by the way, 30 quid now, that is you've got your Pilates CD music, you've got your CD there, you've got your book which goes through all of the positions, and you've also got your mat as well. Now, if you notice, now at the moment, because I've got problems with my knee at the moment, I can't stretch my legs out. Did you notice now, what you saw was you saw the Pilates instructor, right, when she was doing that, she had her legs right straight and she was doing them. I can't because of my bad knee. But then you notice that some of them had their knees slightly bent, which makes it a little bit easier. Now what that will do is she will go through with you, because like I see I've got it so I know this. She will go through with you the harder version and the easier version. So if you're just starting with Pilates and you are learning Pilates, then my advice is do the nice and easy one and gradually work up to the harder version. Pilates is a brilliant way of controlling all of the core. It's a fabulous way of toning up. And like I said, I went to a proper Pilates class at Springs Health Club where my gym is, and the teacher there, and I think I was about the youngest there. There was it was brilliant because we had all the people who had just gone and done the aqua aerobics, and everyone was apart from me, most people were about over 60, and but it's you know, over 60s don't want to do high impact. So this is great for that. And you can see, and like I say, a great way of kind of emptying the mind, body, soul and mind. That's the beauty about Pilates and of course yoga. Absolutely brilliant. I can do the crab crawl, which is that with the lift yourself, kind of because of my bad knee. But it's thanks to this Pilates DVD. I couldn't do it before. But you see, you are going, your body's like your resistance, your body's your core. You are going to be able to work out at your pace and do it at the privacy of your own home. It might be a bit, I'm not going to a class, people are going to look at me, I feel stupid. Then you know what, get really confident with this. And like I say, I'll just grab that, I'll just grab this Pilates handbook. Oh, I'll tell you what, when I'm on my knees it kills. Yes it does. It's just as well I'm single. Here, it shows you, we'll go to English. Deutsch, no, we're English. So it shows you all of the different, bear with me, the different, and little notes on diary there as well, but all the different postures, and it'll kind of, it'll tell you how to get them correctly. Now this here is great for uncurling the spine, and it's beautiful, it's great for under a tenner. Under that, can I just say that's brilliant because you've got the mat as well. That is fantastic. You've got the mat, you've got the book, you've got the DVD, and you've got the CD. That is brilliant at £9.99. And of course, not forgetting the exercise band, of course. See, just, you know when I just do that, you can see my muscles work, watch, right? There's my muscles relaxed and flabby, right? And then even when I just tense on this, you'll see my muscles work, watch. Ready? Can you see them tensing? See, they're tensing and relaxing. Nice bruise, tensing And you can see muscle on my shoulders when I'm doing that. See, tensing and relaxing. Tensing and relaxing. Oh yeah. Right, I need you on the need you on the phone lines. That a better buy to you than it was to us, of course. I mean, the mat in this alone, and I bought just a yoga mat. You've got the mat with this. You've got your stretching band, you've got your DVD, you've got your handle. Maria in London, well done. And this is the time where you've probably kind of gone, right, New Year's resolution, I'm going to get fit, I'm going to get healthier. This, like I said, it's not high impact, but it's a great way of controlling and toning. And really, and it's all about the core. That's what this is all about. And it's not too strenuous. You know, your own body is your resistance. You're not having to use weights or anything like that. This is not a weight, that's just you using your resistance there. 41's gone to 40, 40 going to go down, 39, 39 going to go down, 30. I mean, you've probably heard the Americans going mad for Pilates. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, can you remember our TV presenter Sarah Hendy, who worked here? She went to America for 6 months. And she did a course on this yoga and Pilates, and there's only about 4 in the UK who are able to teach it. It's a very high intensity, and I mean, she gets paid an absolute fortune, £1,000 an hour or something now, and that's what our Sarah Hendy's doing now. And I mean, I'm going back about 8 years when Sarah was here. Sarah was a big favourite on Bright Stop TV. In fact, Sarah on New Year's Eve, the clock struck 12 and she jumped up and was like, yay, and her boot fell out. Brilliant. That's why she's so popular. Listen, these aren't moving. They're stuck. 34 chances now. How many there? I am really surprised at that, Jenny. I honestly thought that this would have absolutely flew out. Pilates. I mean, there's loads of celebrities that swear by Pilates, isn't there? You'll hear them all go on about Pilates. I'd like to do a naked Pilates class. They do it on the Keeping Up with the Kardashians. They do a naked yoga. Brilliant. Actually, I could make a nice little leather suit out of this. Do it now? Well, I'm more or less now. Under a £5. Nice scarf. Start the clock. 3, 2, 1, go. Way better buy to you than it was to us. Like I said, you've got that handbook, you've got the DVD, you have got this CD as well. Now that CD is great, you know, when you get really confident with the yoga and you don't need to go through in the video anymore because you're very confident with it. You just stick that CD on and do it at your own pace then. And believe you me, there will come a time, I mean, even just getting the stretches right and pulling in at the core. See how she's using the core of her tummy? It's all about core and strengthening your core, strengthening, not you know, you're not going to kind of do this workout and look like Arnie. That's not what it's meant to be. This is all about getting that feminine look, a very toned look. And maybe it's getting your mind in shape as well. See, I'm just starting to get into meditation now. Yeah, me. Why are you so shocked at that? If anybody needs meditation, I think I do. No, not medication. Meditation. I've tried all the medication there is, love. Nothing's worked yet. 27 chances now. Lisa from Stoke-on-Trent, Florence, Anne and Alan's there as well. A brilliant, you know, like I said, if your New Year's resolution was to get a bit fitter, and if you've got anything that's niggly, like I say, if you've got even the niggliest and the smallest of an injury, you do high impact stuff and it will pick up on that. This is at your pace. This is, you know, this is more enjoyable, I think, than kind of, you know, doing all the high impact stuff. And you are getting the band, the handbook, the DVD, the CD, the mat. It's all there ready to go. So when it comes to your door in the next few days, do not leave it in the cupboard. Get doing your Pilates. Coming up for you next. Oh, I'm being told to shift because it's the one, the only Stephen Gayford. Tanzanite is still to come, so don't go anywhere. If you are a collector of beautiful gemstones, then this is absolutely stunning. Speaking of stunning, you probably, if you've watched me on a regular basis, if you watch me on a regular basis, you will understand, you will have come to understand that I get very, very passionate when it comes to my artwork. For one reason only. I'm actually trained in this. And what I mean by that is, I have been trained because I was the manager only last year of one of the most finest galleries in the UK. Now, if you want to check anything I say, then please do. You can go to www.whitewallgalleries.com. It's on there. And you can have a look at the kind of pieces that I used to sell and manage in the gallery, just to see if you do know what I'm talking about. Now, with artwork, and I always said this, when a customer came into the gallery, my first thing I would say is listen. Whether you've come in to buy a £400 piece or whether you've come in to buy a £120,000 piece, you have got to love this. You have got to live with this, right? And when you put this up on your wall, you want to admire it. Forget the fact that artwork is held its own in the recession. Forget that. Just get that out of your head. First of all, artwork should be about the beauty of it, not about investing. It should be about the beauty. And this is absolutely stunning. Dare I say, probably one of the best pieces that I've seen by Stephen in a long time. Because I love the surrounding on this as well. I love everything that Stephen tends to capture in this. I mean, everything from the whole kind of positioning of the wolf, the twigs here, the sun, the snow starting to melt slightly. It just picks up everything. And when I worked at the gallery, just to get a piece framed, could be expensive. So you have got this here. Now this bit is obviously what everybody wants, the canvas itself. The actual, the framing itself is to make it look pretty and to keep it sturdy and safe. But that can be expensive to do. But it's this, the actual canvas, that is what everybody wants. Now this particular one, there is only 50 of them worldwide. Now you need to be very, very clever with limited editions. And again, I learned this through being the manager of an art gallery. Now bearing in mind, our pieces could range from, £100 to £120,000. I mean, it's broad spectrum, but it is classed as fine art. And with this, with the Stephen Gayford pieces, what you've got to think of is when this is hanging, right? When this is hanging and you are admiring this, you are actually one of the only 50 people to do so. Now, straight away, that's going to ring some bells. And when I say one of 50, going back to my knowledge, be very careful, because a lot of the times you can say, yeah, it's one of 50, and what it'll mean, it's a limited edition, great, and you go, whoop, whoop, I want to buy a limited edition. Everybody wants to own a limited edition when it comes to artwork. And I want to buy it, especially now that there's only 50 of them, I've got to grab one. What they don't tell you is, of that series. Now, an artist, what he will do is, when he's doing the original, he'll do like an understudy of the original, and then he'll do an understudy of the understudy. And basically, you could have 6 or 7 slightly different pieces. And I'm talking about so slight, like, for instance, one of the painters in White Wall Galleries, he would paint the earrings different. He would have pearls in one, and then he'd think, oh no, she doesn't suit pearls in her ears, so then he'd do more of a diamond earring.